this thing that you do.
Huh? Yeah.
The setup.
The setup.
The setup.
So what is this again?
So that is stuffed salmon with a lemon, with a shrimp scampi sauce. She's trying to be cute, you know.
There you go.
That's all it is.
Oh no, I don't care. That's really good. That's really good.
That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, guys? I'm back, and today we have a stuffed salmon. This is one of my favorite dishes to make, especially when I'm just chilling, or I have my girl over and we just want to chill and relax. This dish right here is amazing. It's a stuffed salmon. Really, what this is about a pound of salmon, and I just cut the fillet in half, make it easy, and then I cut a little slit right in the middle of it. And that slit is really just to kind of not stuff in the crab meat and everything, the stuffing, but just to kind of give it somewhere it can hold into. So before I do that, I'm going to season it with a little bit of Cajun seasoning. Very simple, yeah. It's a lot of Cajun seasoning. Want to make sure it's well seasoned. There is actually a little bit of salt in there, so I don't have to worry about it. And I already made this crab mix because I had some crab cakes day prior, so I had a leftover crab mix, so I just went ahead and used this crab mix. Now the recipe for the crab mix is very simple. Just go to my crab cake video. It is the exact same recipe. It is fantastic with this dish. And what we're going to do is we're going to oil the pan up, and I want to get this pan hot a little bit, so I am going to put it on the stove, but I'm going to put my salmon in there right now. And when I put it on the stove, I'm not really trying to cook it through. All I want to do is just get the skillet hot. So when I put it in the oven, it's cooking all at the same exact time. So I already put it on the oven real quick, and now I put it in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my sauce ready. Now, this sauce is actually one of my mom's favorites. A couple weeks ago, I made her a shrimp scampi, and she loves this sauce. It's a simple sauce to make. It is probably only about 3 or 4 ingredients really that you really need to make a good scampi sauce. But it's creamy. It has a freshness to it. So first thing you want to do is dice up your tomatoes. And once you finish dicing your tomatoes, here's a lemon right here. Now with the lemon, you can get some of the lemon zest if you want. You don't really need it, but I will take a little bit of the lemon zest. Right here I'm going to make actually a wheel for garnish at the end, but you're going to need a little bit of the lemon zest and then some of the lemon juice. And I'm just making a little pinwheel right here, a little wheel that goes on the garnish later, so don't worry about that. But after that, you want to get some spinach, and you can actually, you don't have to dice your spinach up. I do, just because it's kind of easier to work with, but you don't have to chop it up. You don't have to chop it up small, but if you do, you can. You can leave it whole and just slide it in. But this dish is very simple. I actually used to work at Cheesecake Factory a long time ago, and they used to have a shrimp scampi, and I used to love their shrimp scampi. And the one thing that they used to do with the shrimp scampi that other places didn't do, they added cream to it. So by adding cream to it, it actually gave it a more richness to it. Now, you don't have to add cream to this dish, but it just makes it tastes 10 times better. But the first thing we want to do is actually add a little bit of stock. So I had a vegetable stock just sitting in the refrigerator, and I'm going to reduce this down. And the reason why I want to reduce this down is all that flavor, I want it to be intensified. So here's my heavy whipping cream. I'm going to slide that in, and I'm going to reduce that down a little bit. And the lemon juice. And now we're going to add a little bit of that Cajun seasoning. Now I'm going to taste this a little bit to kind of, see if it's right where I like it. But you always want to taste your sauce. You want to make sure that everything is right to your likeness, because if you don't salt it now, or if you don't put the right seasoning now, it won't work on the plate. So I'm gonna go ahead and taste it, look at the thickness of it, and notice, okay, the thickness is right there, right where I want it to be. Now, if you saw when I was stirring the spoon, there was like a little ribbon in the middle of it. So right there, you see that ribbon in there? That's perfect. And I just added a little butter in there for more color. And that butter is going to give it a little bit more richness. It's going to work well with the cream. Now you can add, instead of using the stock, you could add like a white wine, or you can use a little bit of the stock and the white wine. Either way works very well, and it comes out really well on this dish. So we're adding all our veggies in, and we're just going to toss that. Probably need a little bit more cream to it. Now, if you notice, I did not add any Parmesan cheese to it, so you don't need any Parmesan cheese to this at all. When you reduce it down, you reduce the stock down, you reduce some of the cream down, it's going to have that creaminess, and that butter is going to come through. So everything's already rich in here, so you really don't need any cheese. But if you want to, you can add it. It's not going to hurt it at all. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Now, I didn't want to overcook it because I didn't want that spinach to wilt too much. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our salmon, and we're going to plate it. Pull the salmon out. Look at that salmon, perfectly cooked all the way through. And the salmon was only in there for about 10 to 12 minutes, or 10 to 13 minutes. And there you go. You want to add a little bit of that sauce right on top of it. Now this goes well with pasta, or you can actually add mashed potatoes, or even rice, whichever way you want. Or you can just eat it like it is and just call it a day. Add a little bit more garnish to it. So this is what we got today. So let me know what you think about it. Please make the dish, and get in the comment section. Let me know what I'm doing. Let me know if you like it or if you want something else. All right, I got you. Love you guys.